Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Shane Young up against Gabriel Miranda this weekend in Sydney, Australia. Should be a good fight. This game is full of pressure, high moments, low moments. How do you deal with the pressure? Do you think you're fighting for your UFC future here? How do you get that zen state going into a big fight like this, knowing that it could be all on the line? It's always all on the line, right?
Yeah. I mean, in a way, every fight, you have that mentality of that this is the last fight of your life. But going into this one, it is a bit more pressure in terms of my UFC career. But I just put my faith in my team and my preparation, and I just know I try to quieten the noise because there's as much pressure as any other fight as a world title fight, because a win is a win and a loss is a loss. But for this fight in particular, I just zeroed in on what has gotten me here to this point. 15 years as a fighter now, and so half my life. So just focusing on what got me to the dance, basically.
Is that a running theme for some of the guys in the camp? I mean, it's a similar story for Blood Diamond, right? I think he used the same words. Is that something that the coach has been telling you guys? Just remember what got you here.
Well, it's like it's an old boxing motto, or it's an old combat sports motto, and there's a reason why it's still being said today, is because it's true. It's remember what got you to the dance. Don't forget, basically, like, don't forget your roots. Don't forget the hard work that you've put in. It's not just this one fight camp. It's 15 years of fight camps and 15 years of upskilling and performing at a high level. And that just gives you faith that you're on the right track, and that, I'm only 30. I'm not yet in my physical prime. So I know this isn't going to be my last fight, but I'm going to be fighting like it's my last fight ever.
What do you see when you look at your opponent? Where do you see him as beatable?
Particularly in the stand-up and other in the middle of exchanges, when you move from grappling to striking or striking to grappling, as well as his gas tank, which is these are all good things for me when I'm fighting at my best. That's where I fight at my best, is in those break moments and applying pressure to my opponent and making it a race, and just put a pace on him that he can't keep up.
This is historic, I believe. Is it 6 of you fighting on one card from one gym? I mean, how special is that to be a part of this history?
Yeah, it's I believe it is the first time in UFC history where 6 fighters fighting out of the same gym have all competed on the same card. I believe another gym did it, but it was a Florida-based gym, and they, I think, only had a couple of people turn up on the last few weeks for their preparation. But regardless, it's not even unreal or surreal. It's what we've been working towards for so many years. So I've been at City Kickboxing for close to 10 years now, and this was all of what Eugene would tell us. Well, yeah, we would talk about this stuff amongst ourselves as the fighters, particularly with my friend Jamie Vanderkuil, who passed away when he was 23. And he's spray painted on the wall up at the gym, and he said, I remember him vividly saying this: if we all stick together, if this gym can stick together, we will make miracles happen. And I believe that's just what we're doing here. So we started with the 3-peat. We've done a couple of 3-peats. Now we're going for 6 from 6.
Carlos Ulberg looks like he could be a star. Like, how special is that guy? He's put a run of 4 wins together. Do you think he's on the way all the way to the top?
Yeah, definitely. I believe that from the very early stages of his MMA career. He's my soul brother. That's my guy, Carlos. And I seen it from when he was just kickboxing, and I knew that him coming to our gym, that it was only going to be a matter of time till the world saw how glorious he can be. And obviously he's a beautiful man inside and out, so he deserves to be a superstar.
I saw some cool old pictures of you and Izzy have been through it, like, day after day, grafting together. What's the one biggest takeaway you get training next to a dude like that who has that championship mindset, but also kind of a unique character, right?
it would be being positive, taking everything, reframing everything to be positive. So just finding a way to find the positive aspects of everything. Your losses, the positive aspects of feeling like a piece of shit, or sorry, positive, all the positive parts of this fight game. Yeah, that would be the biggest thing, is maintaining positivity day in, day out, because it's a grind. Like you said, it's a graft, the sport. It's one of the hardest ways to make $1 in this world. Not the hardest, but one of the top. And you just got to enjoy it. You got to love it.
What's going to happen in this Strickland fight?
I think Strickland's going to push a good pace. You know, he's a good athlete. He's taken out most of the division by Alex Pereira. He's been on a good run. But I think he's going to get outclassed in a lot of ways, in a lot of parts of this fight. And I wouldn't be surprised if Izzy gets him down and ground and pounds him. But I do see, because Strickland is so fit, I think it's going to be a one-shot finish, because he's not going to get tired and then get TKO'd. He's going to just eat a hard shot and go out.
Is he like enjoying this kind of? Does he enjoy the fact that Strickland's got a big mouth on him? He seems to kind of relish this, and he knows he's a tough guy, but he seems to relish this whole matchup.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been in each other's targets for a long time. Well, at least Strickland has been running his mouth about Izzy for a long time, and I think in Izzy's mind, he sees Sean Strickland as sort of a bully, and Izzy doesn't like bullies. So he's looking forward to putting him in his place. But in terms of Sean, I think he's just smart, and that he's like marketing himself well. And Izzy loves the fight before the fight, the trash talk. Well, I mean, we'll find out tomorrow at the press fight, press conference.
Have you had any interactions with Gabriel Miranda? Like, what kind of a fighter, what kind of a challenge do you see him as in terms of your skill set?
I have not seen him. I think he's here, but I have not seen him. I've not had any interaction with him, but I feel like I know I've fought guys like him before. I made my career out of fighting guys like him. So he's very similar to a lot of the guys that I fought before. Obviously, very skilled. He wouldn't be in the UFC for nothing. But he presents a similar problem that I've solved many times before.
Right now, when you look at the top of the division, or who's the guy who has your most respect in this division, who's doing everything right?
Oh, it has to be Alex Volkanovski. Yeah, above and beyond, I think in any division, he's the guy who's doing everything right. No, not to like any of my teammates, but just, I look at him as not even, he's gifted athletically in some respects, but also I think he's just a testament to hard work and grinding and being dedicated to the game. So he's definitely my favorite fighter.
I had the pleasure of being at the Korean Zombie fight, and I've never seen anything like that retirement. As a combat sports athlete, but a featherweight, what did you make of the way that Zombie went out in that moment? It was like proper goosebumps.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of Korean Zombie. Once I got into the UFC, he was one of the people that I wish that I could fight. But like, I think he'll go down as a pioneer in the sport and a legend in his own way, and like just creating moments like that is, well, not to retire, but creating moments like that moments that give you goosebumps. That's why I got into the sport, and I think he did that unknowingly. He did that through his retirement, and goosebumps.
We'll wrap up with a little quick fire if it's all right with you. Got a different one for you this time. So, best combat sports movie ever?
Ong Bak.
Your favorite drink?
Water.
Best TV show?
Oh, yeah. Game of Thrones, I guess.
Best city to fight in?
Oh, Melbourne. Nah, Sydney.
Who's the nicest person in MMA?
Carlos Ulberg.
Favorite musician or band?
Nas.
If you could be any comic book character, who would it be?
Spider-Man.
Who's the most famous phone number in your phone?
Israel.
What's the most important item in your fridge and why?
Oh, the best food's mayonnaise because it goes good on everything.
Who would make the best wingman in the UFC?
Wingman for Carlos.
Who would make the best WWE star in the UFC?
Oh, Israel or Tyson Pedro.
And who would be the most fun on a night out?
Bam Bam Tuivasa.
Yeah, I think most people say that. And what do you want to be remembered for?
Being a representative of Māori culture.
Respect, mate. Always good to see you, Shane. Good luck for this one. Good chat.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew.